Honourable member for Edmonton Meadowlark.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, many families in Edmonton Meadowlark are concerned about the future of the Misericordia Hospital. In Budget 2016, we allocated $20 million to consult on the future of the Royal Alexandra and the Misericordia. My question is for the Minister of Health. Can the Minister please give us any updates on this file?
Honourable Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and to the member for the important question. I know that his constituents rely on both of these two acute care hospitals that for far too long were neglected under the former government. Certainly, he has been a very strong advocate for them, and we are looking at finding ways that we can address the deferred maintenance that we've seen throughout our province. It is significant, Mr. Speaker, and the member is absolutely right that we spent $20 million in last year's budget to make sure that we have the right plans moving forward to support these hospitals and Edmontonians requiring their care. Thank you.
First supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, can you give us any details on the next steps in this process and what this means for funding moving forward?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And certainly the capital planning process is underway. The submissions from AHS, as well as other stakeholders, and feedback from community are important pieces as we continue to move forward in planning. I want to say that I, too, along with the honourable member, am outraged that the previous government left our major hospital facilities in such disrepair while handing out bonuses and perks to many of their friends and insiders in appointed positions, Mr. Speaker. So these certainly don't reflect the values of this government. We've taken concrete action to make sure that we repeal those bad practices that the last government had, and that we're putting Albertans' money to support Albertans.
Thank you. Second supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the same minister, can you give us any details on how the government plans to address concerns about emergency wait times at the Misericordia?
Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The emergency room at the Mis was one of the very first ERs that I had an opportunity to visit in this capacity. And I, like many Edmontonians, know that it can be better, Mr. Speaker, and that it should be better. In the past, the opposition's only answer was to propose massive cuts and to continue to bring in health care premiums, Mr. Speaker. Our government repealed those premiums, are working and moving forward in a prudent and fiscally responsible way. And I look forward to keeping to work with the member opposite, or the member who asked the question, rather, and with all Edmontonians to make sure that we're addressing this important critical infrastructure in the City of Edmonton.